next speaker is Yerai Oliveras, who's going to talk to us about hemp production. And I think we're all kind of interested in what's going on because we're seeing hemp farms all over the valley and wondering what's going on. So maybe you can shed some light on that. Thank you. Welcome.
Good evening, Montrose. Our region is defined geographically by the three rivers, the Gunnison, the Uncompahgre, and the Colorado River, and historically by the engineering marvel that connects the Uncompahgre to give irrigation waters to the Uncompahgre Valley, which has 960,000 acres, of which 160,000 are in the Tri-River area. The land distribution, the use of land in this area is 60% for cattle grazing and 20% for crop. This needs to change because hemp is the future of our region. These are the numbers of the yield of hemp that does not compare with alfalfa or corn, and I wish we could spend more time going over this. An acre of hemp yields about $100,000 to $400,000 per acre. This is the trend of the cannabis sector, which is intrinsically tied to the hemp sector. It has doubled every 4 years. The CBD sector will quadruple every 4 years, and it's going to hit $1 billion in the next year or in 2020, and it's going to continue to quadruple every 4 years. We need to understand what's driving this, which is the chemistry, which is the hemp by itself is not going to give the yields in dollars to grow our region. Important chemical reactions are oxidation. The pharmacology is so complex. We need to understand that CBD doesn't act by itself. Flavonoids and terpenes act in conjunction, and they move the dose response curve to the left and up and down. It's a complicated pharmacology. The CBD receptor is the most common cell receptor, of which there are more than 1,000. And the cannabinoid receptor acts to receive inputs like light and sound in a similar way than the CB receptor. The point here is that the CB receptor doesn't act only in the cell membrane, it acts everywhere, inside the nucleus, in ion channels, and it's not a simple pharmacology, it's complex. And when we simplify the science, everyone gets hurt. So we need to understand what's driving the CBD sector. One of the most misunderstood things is the boiling point of CBD. The molecular structure of cannabinoids are very similar. They have similar bonding structures, similar boiling points. It's not as simple to separate, and most people don't understand that they have similar volatility, and they are an azeotrope. Most people don't understand what's going on. Most technological companies a couple of years ago would not sell to you if you weren't in the CBD sector. Now everyone is all in, and these are the major players. This is a lab design that I did recently. I can run an acre in a week. The numbers for CBD just pay for itself in months. Over here, this is the analytical section. Here's the production section. Price tag for a lab size like this, $2 million. It'll pay for itself in 6 months. But it can be reduced to about $300,000. The CBD and cannabis sector are intrinsically related. An acid reaction will convert CBD to THC. Control has no THC. An acid reaction will convert CBD to THC, which makes the CBD sector tied to the hemp sector. Amendment X got approved. It does not change the proportion of THC. It's still 0.3%. If Colorado is going to innovate, it needs to go up to 1%. The Farm Bill specifies the THC percent of hemp at 0.3%. This number is getting thrown out all the way, and it's in section 1011. Epidiolex on 25th of June of this year got approved by the FDA. FDA drug approved, have only 0.1% THC. If you want to make a new drug, you'll have to go through the FDA approval. And I want to finish my talk with this yellow folder. This yellow folder has everything that you'll need to know about cultivation, production, and permitting. And I'll give you all the references so that we can start growing hemp immediately. Thank you.